Hi, I'm Diane Kometa, and today on Dishin with Di, I'm going to show you how to make homemade rice pudding. Delicious, warm or cold, and easy to make. So let me show you what you need, and we'll get started on Dishin with Di. You need some whole milk, heavy cream, pure vanilla extract, some basmati rice, an egg, and some granulated sugar. You also need, as an option, some raisins, and I have here some dark rum. So what I'm going to do with these two things is combine them. So I have this little bowl here, and I'm going to pour the rum over the raisins and just toss that around a little bit. And that's going to kind of absorb into the raisins and plump them up a little bit and infuse them with the flavor of that rum. So if you don't want to have the rum flavor or you don't want the alcohol, you could just leave this part out. And I would put maybe some warm water in the raisins so they get kind of softened. So we're just going to set this aside. And now I'm going to get over to the stove. I have a pot over there. It's about a 4-quart pot. And I'm going to put some water in that, and then we're going to get everything else started. To the water in my pot, I'm adding in the basmati rice, and I'm also going to add a little bit of salt in there to season that. And then I'm going to give that a stir around and just combine everything and then bring it up to a boil. Now this is over medium-high heat right now. Once it comes up to a boil, give it another stir, reduce the heat to low, cover it, and cook it for about 8 minutes until the water has absorbed. The rice has cooked for 8 minutes and it absorbed just about all of that water. And now I'm going to pour in the milk along with the sugar. And we're just going to stir this together to combine it. Over medium heat, you want to bring this to a boil. Once it boils, you want to reduce the heat to medium-low and let this simmer for about 25 to 45 minutes. Now, what you're looking for is it to get nice and thick, and the rice needs to be very tender. So you're going to have to check it and taste it to see if it's soft enough. The other thing is that you want to make sure you stir this pretty frequently. You do not want the rice to stick to the bottom of the pot. So I'll show you what this looks like when it's all done. My rice has thickened and it's very tender, and now I've taken the egg and I lightly whisk that into this bowl here, and this is a room temperature egg, and what I'm going to do is stir this in and just want to make sure you get that really mixed through thoroughly and do it fast. And this is going to make it really nice and rich and give it a really beautiful texture. And you see that's really mixing in well. And once you get that all combined, then you want to grab your cream and pour that in, and then pull this off of the heat, and then grab your vanilla extract and put a little bit of that in, along with the raisins that you have soaking in that rum. So just go ahead and put those in as well. You see they soaked just about all of that rum up. And just mix that through thoroughly. Now you see, it may look like it's a little bit on the watery side right now, but the rice is going to continue to absorb that, and it's going to come out really thick and creamy. So now what you want to do is put this into a bowl, and then you're going to cover it with some plastic wrap. Now just put the plastic wrap directly on top of the pudding. This way it won't form a skin. And you're just going to let this sit out at room temperature until it cools off a bit. And then you're going to pop it in the fridge and chill it. And this is how I like to finish it off, with a little bit of cinnamon and some homemade whipped cream. Just take a dollop of that and put that right on there. Does that look pretty? Let's give it a taste. I've been like waiting for this. Rum raisin. Those raisins are nice and like plump. Really, really delicious. You have to try this. It has a really nice texture, and you see it really did thicken up with that cream in there. So it's nice and thick, and I'm gonna keep going here. So I gotta go, and you gotta get the recipe at dishinwithdi.com, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.